Welcome to No Question Unanswered. My name is Mandy Hilton Latte and I am your host. We bring you mathematics today. We're treating the BECE 2019 paper 2. And we are going to learn how to solve each of the questions on that paper. You know, maths is all about using formulas, getting to know the formulas, and following the formula to solve the question. As we all know, people always say that maths is difficult, but today we would see that maths isn't as difficult as we think. It's all about our paying attention, following the formula. You can also try this. You can get a small notebook, write down the formula of each topic inside. Once in a while, you go through the formulas so you can have them up there. It makes maths easier. So we would join my co-host Gloria and Mr. Mensah in the studio as they take us through a discussion. And after the discussion, Mr. Mensah will take us to the classroom to start answering the written part of the BECE 2019 mathematics paper. Don't go away. Take your books and your pen and let's start answering our questions. I'll see you when Mr. Mensah is done.
Today, we are fortunate to have Mr. Emmanuel Mensah in our midst, another renowned teacher. Mr. Mensah is a mathematics and science teacher. He has been in the teaching field for so many years. Mr. Mensah, you are highly welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
I'm so excited.
I'm more excited to be here myself.
Wow, that's good. Okay, so to go straight to the point, I've heard many students complain that maths is a difficult subject. With your experience in teaching mathematics, what do you have to say concerning that?
Thank you for the question. Well, I will begin by saying that maths it's not as difficult as people think.
Oh, okay.
Not
so,
at all.
So anybody at all can.
You can score 100 over 100 in maths.
You don't mean it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It depends on you yourself and how serious you take your lessons.
Okay.
Maths is not as difficult subject that you can easily fail. Even though some see it as difficult, I see it as some subject that. You can easily pass.
Oh, tell us more about
maths itself. The topic maths has to do with formulas.
Formulas.
Formulas,
okay.
Mostly. In that of the GHS, let me say, we don't see much of the formulas like we see in that of the SHS.
SHS. Okay.
So, my view is, passing maths in GHS is not difficult at all. It's not that difficult.
Mr. Mensah, so if it's not difficult, then why do most students complain?
Yes.
Even to the extent that now it's like there is that perception that mathematics is for boys only, and then the ladies, we are into the reading subject, the English, the social studies, and stuff like that.
That is a wrong notion that they have over there. It's a wrong notion. Mathematics is for both gender. Not for men or for boys or whatever, as they think. It's for both gender. Like I said, you can easily pass maths.
Wow.
Depending on how serious you take the subject. Now, another thing, not just maths. You can even easily fail in English. You can easily fail in social studies.
Okay.
Because you did not take you did not take the lesson seriously. So just as you get your 1 in English, so you can get your 1 in maths, depending on how serious you take the subject.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like you to take us through some of the things that are expected from us with regards to maths exams.
Okay. For the forms, like I said, it goes with the syllabus.
The syllabus.
And one thing we in the maths field have realized is that there are certain questions that are being repeated almost every year.
Okay, you mean the pattern?
Yes, the pattern
okay.
at which they ask the questions. There are certain questions that have been asked almost every year they come.
Okay, and, can you give us an example?
An example like transformation, like
transformation.
Yes.
Okay.
Like circles, like sets. They are topics that almost every year they come.
They ask. What of vectors? Because I remember
vectors,
when I was in JHS.
Exactly. Vectors and bearings.
Bearings, good.
Vectors and bearings. They ask questions on them almost every year. Almost every year. But coming back to your earlier question, there is this notion. You see, the whole thing has maths being difficult is because of the notion behind it. Yes. Because right from the scratch, they've had that idea that the subject is difficult.
Okay.
But when you are going in for English, they don't say that.
Yeah, don't you think sometimes it also depends on the teachers? Like somebody, like most ladies may say that math teachers are they are very, I wouldn't like to use the word wicked, but
no.
they are very hard. So by so doing, it doesn't bring out their interest in learning that subject.
Apart from the students being hysterical, always thinking the subject is difficult, that alone scares them from the subject.
Okay.
Secondly, like you said, the teachers. Now, when you teach the subject and the student doesn't understand, because back at the mind the subject is difficult. No matter what the teacher does. Meanwhile, the student can easily understand it. You see, there are tricks. You see, that's why we have methodology. As a teacher, you should have different methodology. You use method 1, it's not working. Go to method 2.
Change the method. Okay.
You see, when I see that the class is getting bored, just about 10% out of the 100 are paying attention, I change the method.
Oh, okay.
I try to do group work.
Group work.
Instead of
to get
doing
all of them to be
exactly. So I just group them, the very good ones. I join them with the less good ones, and then we have a discussion. We pick a topic. We have a discussion on it. By so doing, you realize that even if I'm not in the classroom, by the time I come in, they are doing it themselves.
They are doing it themselves because they have become used to it.
Good, madam. So I'll be there, and then they will just solve questions, and then they will bring you, say, we want you to mark this question for us.
Okay,
and
so those are questions that they themselves have solved. And they brought it to you to
Yes, I have inculcated that habit into them. Okay, that like we said that they should do that self-examination, and I encourage group work. That's habit of everyday maths work. There is no single day you shouldn't work in maths. There is no single day. Every blessed day you should work one exactly.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mensah.
You're welcome.
Now, you and I know that mathematics is not any difficult subject. It all depends on your seriousness. So now that Mr. Mensah has cleared our minds on it not being a difficult subject, I urge each and every one of you to take mathematics seriously, just as any other subject. And with God, you come out with flying colors. Stay glued to your seat. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after the break. Viewers, you're welcome back to the show. Mr. Mensah, at this moment, I would like us to go through the setting of the examination questions.
We have only two parts.
Okay.
We have mathematics 1 and then mathematics 2.
Okay.
Now in this paper, that's what we have, paper 1 and then paper 2.
Paper 2.
And then what we do is the paper 2 is answered first. In the exams room, you answer the paper 2 first.
Okay, so the paper 2 is rather answered first.
Answered first.
Before the paper 1.
Exactly. There's
And
paper
the
2.
paper 2, what does it?
Paper 2 has to do with the written side. There are 6 questions. Out of it, you choose 4.
Okay.
You answer 4 questions.
You said the question 2 or the paper 2
Has 6 questions.
6 questions.
Yes.
Okay, so can we say that the paper 2 is the section B?
That is a section,
section B.
Exactly. And then out of the 6 questions, you answer 4 questions.
Okay, so for the section B, 6 questions.
6 questions, and then you answer 4.
You answer 4.
Yes.
All right.
You are not. I mean, you have to go strictly by the instructions.
Instructions.
Answer 4 questions. There are instructions for you to follow before you begin the paper 2.
Paper 2.
Now, when you finish the paper 2, you are not to be in haste to open to paper 1.
Paper 1. Why?
When you are caught, you'll be penalized.
Oh, is that
You
so?
wait until you are told to do so. So when you complete paper 2, they are all in the same sheet though.
Okay.
So you wait for instructions to be given before you go to paper 1 when you complete paper 2.
So what if the child finishes the paper 2 and he or she, has more time left?
Yes.
What do you do with that time? You still have to wait.
You still have to wait.
Told.
Even if you finish in 5 minutes time and you have whatever, you still have to wait. Now the paper 1 has to do with the objectives or the objectives.
And this.
That is it. That is it. The 40 questions,
40.
They are in the paper 1. And that is what you do. Also taking 1 hour. So 1 hour in paper 2, and then 1 hour in paper 1. 40 questions.
So you mean, they are giving 2 hours to solve mathematics?
To solve mathematics.
Don't you think the time is not enough?
Well, that is it. But with the timing, the proper timing, you should be able to do it. Because
2 hours?
Yes, 2 hours. You know you have 40 questions. You can use 1 minute to solve 1 question.
40 questions, but you need to work it out before you come up with the answer.
Yes. You should be able to answer 1 question in 1 minute.
1 minute.
Yes. So the smart ones are able to finish within 45 minutes. They are able to finish.
They're able to finish.
Yeah.
Like you rightly said, the smart ones are able to finish within 45 minutes. So what of those who are not smart?
Yeah, that's where they also chip in, and then they'll be pinching them and all that.
Wow.
You
But
see,
I think if those people can also be factored in the sense that they add like 30 more minutes or 15 minutes to the 2 hours.
There is no consideration like that.
There's no consideration like that.
No,
but don't worry, we'll get there. We'll get there. All right, so viewers, like Mr. Mensah rightly said, the mathematics questions comes in 2 forms. We have the paper 1 and then the paper 2. But you start the paper 2 first within an hour, and then when you finish, do not move to paper 1 until you are asked to do so. You don't have the right. When you do that, it's an offense and you'll be penalized. So let's take note of that and get prepared for our exam.
Hello viewers, you are once again welcome to No Question Unanswered. I am Emmanuel Elias Mensah, your facilitator to the mathematics session of this program. I entreat you all to call your friends and let your friends also call their friends and stick glued to your seats as you make ready with your notes and your pens to be ready for this program, this session. I'm going to take you through 2019 questions and how it is expected to be answered. Once again, I said, you're welcome to No Question Unanswered. This is the question, as you can see on the board, BECE 2019, section B, or part 2. Now, the first question, question number 1, is what you are seeing right now on the board, 1A. Whole numbers from 4 to 13. Let's begin by listing them. The set X, whole numbers from 4 to 13. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then the 13. That's what we have. And then the set Y. The set Y is multiples of 3 between 2 and 20. Multiples of 3. When we say multiples, we are only referring to the what? The term we use as timetable. Timetable. So when we are asking you to give us the multiples of a number, we are only asking you to give us the timetable of that number. Multiples of 5, we say keep on adding 5. That is multiples of 5. Now here, multiples of 3, but they've given you the range. It should be between 2 and 20. So that's what we are listing now. 2. 3 is bigger than 2. So the first multiple of 3 is what? From 2 is what? The 3 itself. So 3. Keep adding 3s. So let's see, we are going back to our primary school. 313, 326. Are you getting me now? You are right. So let's go. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. They say up to between 2 and 20. 20 is not part of the multiples of 3 because the next from 18 is what? 21. So then you end at 18. Now here, the question is to find the intersection. Intersection just refers to what? The common factor. You have 10 males and then 12 females in your classroom. Each of you have what? Has what? Different ages. But 2 or 3 of you may have same age. You are intersecting. Now, intersection means the common factor, like I already said. So looking at these 2 figures or these 2 sets, what are the common factors we can identify here? We look at this 3 is here, but 3 is not here. 4 is here, 4 is not here. 5 is here, 5 is not here. 6 is here, circle 6 because here. 7 is here, no 7. 8 is here, no 8. 9 is here, another 9 is here. 10, no 10. 11, no 11. 12, we have another 12 here. You agree with me? Then 13, no 13. 15, no 15. So this is how we get our intersection. So quickly, those that you've circled are the common factors. They are the intersection of the 2 sets. They are common to both sets. So let's list them. 6, 9, and then what? The 12. X intersection Y is 6, 9, 12. Viewers, I hope you are very clear with this one. If you are, then let's go quickly to the next question. All right, viewers, we have on the board the question number 1B. Number 1B, you are to find the least common multiple, in short, the LCM, of the following numbers: 3, 5, and 9. The least common multiple. Like the saying goes, there are several ways of killing the cat. And as such, I'm going to show you 2 ways of killing this cat you are seeing on the board. That is, finding the LCM of numbers. One way, we are just going to use prime factors to find the LCM. On the other, we are going to use the multiple factors. Now, the first one, prime factors, using the prime factors. Now, in this case, we list the numbers. And then we divide these numbers by prime numbers, beginning from the lowest prime number. Or what do you think is the lowest prime number? You all agree with me. It begins from where? The first prime number is what? 2. And then you ask yourself, can 2 cancel any of these numbers you are seeing? If the answer is yes, then you take 2 first. And then you cancel which number is going to cancel. But if you look at the numbers and 2 cannot cancel any of these numbers, go to the next prime number, which is what? 3. You all agree with me? 3 can cancel numbers here. So let's see how 3 cancels here. Taking 3 first. 3 goes into 3 here, 1. 3 cannot go into 5 without a remainder. So you write the whole 5 down. 3 goes into 9 3 times. You are done with the top. You are now here, 1, 5, and 3. You ask yourself again, can 3 cancel any other number from the down ones as you are saying? Yes, that is the answer, because 3 can cancel itself here. So we take 3 again. 1 is already there, so forget about it. Let's come to 5. It will not cancel without a remainder, so write the whole 5 down. Then 3 cancels itself, 1. You are now left with only what? 5. So ask yourself, can 3 cancel 5? The answer is what? No. Then you go to the next prime number, which is what? The 5 itself. 5 itself is a prime number. So you take the 5. 5 cancels itself 1. Viewers, your simple SCM, as you are seeing on the board, is the prime numbers that you chose to cancel or break down the numbers to the lowest. So let's see. LCM of 3, 5, and 9 is by multiplying the prime numbers that you choose, which are 3 times 3 times 5. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 5 is what? 45. So this is your LCM. This is one way of killing these cards. Okay, another way is by using the multiple method. The multiple method, where we list the multiples of those numbers given down, and then we circle the common multiple. That is why we say list common multiple. The first multiple you are going to meet. There are others. As you continue listing the multiples of those numbers, there are other multiples. But they said the list, meaning the first one you're going to see, which is common to all. Now let's begin by listing the multiples of 3. Multiples of 3. They are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39, 42, 45, 48, etc. Okay, viewers. Now, using the multiple method, we begin by listing the multiples of the numbers given. First, the 3. The multiples of 3, as you can see on the board, are the 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 32, 33, 36, 39, 42, 45, 48, etc., etc. Now, multiples of 5. We have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, etc., etc. Multiples of 9. We have 9, 18, 27, 32, 45, 54, etc., etc. Now, as you continue listing these multiples, you realize that you have other multiples which are common to all these three numbers. But they are saying the least. So the first common one, you all agree with me that is what? 45, which is common to all. Let's circle the 45. Let's circle the 45. That is the first common multiple, common to what? All these three numbers. Just like we use the prime factors method, or prime factor method. Right. So viewers, if you are clear with this, I have just shown you two ways of killing these cards. There are other ways, but with these two, I think you are okay. So quickly, we go to the next questions.
Maths, maths, maths. It's getting more interesting. I'm really enjoying it. Maths isn't as difficult as it seems. We can all do it. We are taught everything we see on the question paper. So just follow the rules, use the formulas as Mr. Mensah said, and you can answer each question you are given. It's been interesting being in your homes once again. Don't put the books away, as I always say. I expect you to keep learning and then reading, solve your maths questions so that on that day you wouldn't find yourself wanting. It's all about everything you're taught in school. We are not leaving you entirely. We are still with you in your homes. So keep learning. We'll see you next time.